Hi folks, and welcome back to Math with Captain Rod. I'm making this video here to be the first video about the composition of functions. Alright, so first I want to start out with this. If I have two functions here, let's say f of x equals x plus 2 and g of x equals x squared. If I were to take, say, f times g, that would be x plus 2 times x squared, right? But that's not what a composition of a function is. A composition of a function is when you apply one function to another. There's kind of a notation to it, and I wrote out two of the common notations here. This f with this little o here, g of x. This reads f of g of x. And another way to write that, and this is my preferred way to write that, would be f of g of x, like this. And what this means, particularly, I think that this version here is the easier to see. If I have a function f of x, it means we're going to take g of x and put it where the x is, basically. So if I were to write that out, that would be taking this function and subbing that here, and that's going to read x squared plus 2. We could also, if we wanted to, run it the other way. We could take the function f, which is this, and apply g to it. Notationally, that would be g of f of x, which would look like this. We're now taking the function f of x and subbing it into g. So that's going to equal x plus 2, the quantity squared. All right, so again, these are examples of what are called compositions of functions, when you're applying one function to another. I'm going to get rid of these. I just wanted to start with a super simple example and go to the example here in the notes. All right, so given the function f of x equals x squared minus 3x, and g of x is equal to 2x plus 1, we're going to find a couple of things here. First, we're going to find f of g of x, and again, I'm going to use my preferred notation here, and then we're going to find g of f of x. All right, so let's do that. So again, this guy, f of g of x. This means that in the place of x, we're going to put g of x, which is equal to this. So that's going to read 2x plus 1, the quantity squared for this term. Again, I'm putting 2x plus 1 into the function f, and I'm putting that anywhere we see it x, so that's going to be there and here. Now, this can be foiled and simplified, but that's not the point of this video, so I'm going to go ahead and just move on. This animal now, g of f of x, that means that in the place for x, which is like here, we're going to put this function. So here's what that's going to look like. Again, taking this function and subbing it into x for this function. So that's going to be 2 times x squared minus 3x, right? And then plus 1. All right, so that's video 1 on composition of functions. I'm going to try to keep this kind of short, so just end that there and start another one. Have a great day.